What is up, everybody? It is Zachary Reality, and you're listening to Zachary Reality. And we are here with Lloyd and Sebastian from Peacock's Love Undercover. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, what's going on, Zach?
What's Zach? Nice to meet
What's
you.
up? It's nice to meet you guys. You're obviously very charming. You're getting all the dates on the show. I'm so excited to get into it. What was kind of the idea when the show approached you, and how did you guys get on it?
Well, for me, it was a no-brainer. I just fell in love with the idea of this social experiment where girls are actually trying to find love, but we are actually on this experiment trying to find if they are gonna like us without our suit, our watch, our clothes, our fame. So it was really interesting. I think that I had the opportunity to participate in something that was life changing. The bond we made with the boys and with the awesome and beautiful girls we had the chance to be with, it was something unique. And the bottom of it, that you're actually trying to fall in love with someone, but you have to
Mhm.
like to them all the time because we didn't want to blow a cover. So it was really, really interesting. I got just it was like I said, a no-brainer, and I'm really happy that I did it.
That's awesome. Well, that's really cool. Thank you for sharing. What about you, Lloyd? How did you get on the show, and was it easy for you to say yes to do this?
Yeah, definitely. It was more about the opportunity to come out, to America, meet women, maybe find my match. I've been single in the UK for some time now, so yeah, just for the opportunity really. And as soon as I heard sort of like what the show was about, I was interested in it, and it got me. So yeah, luckily I managed to get on the show, and yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. I love that the show is showing love stories, or it could be, as time goes on, but dating in different countries, like just coming from different worlds. What do you think was the hardest part about dating an American girl?
I would say their culture and
Yeah.
just the way it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different energy. What they hear, what the music like, the places they like to go, what they like to eat, what they like to do. Even though we are, I'm from Mexico. Even though we are so close, we are so different.
Mhm.
So it was kind of a challenging moment that we needed to go through, because you needed to actually, okay, I'm gonna start digging into you, not into what's surrounding you. So yeah, the clash of those cultures that is so different, that for me was kind of the most challenging part.
For
Yeah,
sure.
just to touch on that as well. I felt like the girls weren't just from one state in America, and obviously I'm from the UK. America is so much bigger than that, so it felt like some of the girls were different from each state, and they had like a different attitude and like said like a different culture.
Hmm.
So yeah, it
Yeah.
was definitely challenging.
Well, Lloyd, did you expect like the girls to want to move to the UK, like if the relationship worked out? And was that something you guys talked about, early on?
Not so much. And also it was hard to do that as well because we're hiding our identity. So if they
Mhm.
go, why should it be me to move back? You can't be exactly honest with them, and it's to do with my job because you're saying it's a complete different job. And I
Mhm.
was saying a fitness coach or strength and conditioning. So I feel like why would they want to come all the way over here for just that?
That's true. Well, how hard was it, Sebastian, to hide your job and to hide, a large part of your life while you were trying to be vulnerable and date these women?
The hardest part, Zach, was that we didn't have that much topic of conversation, because we have to, bring ourselves down the whole time. And I was a timeshare seller. I couldn't afford traveling. I couldn't afford many things, many luxury things, many things that give you a lot of things to talk about during a date. You have to
Yeah.
lower yourself all the time. For me, that was the hardest part. As much as my cover, I kind of knew what I was talking about. I have a business degree in administration, so it was kind of easy for me to get along with the questions when they were asking me, okay, so what do you do? No, well, I went to business school, I did this and that, because I actually did it. But the most difficult part was to get involved with someone and that you actually had nothing in common, even though if we were able to speak our truth, we had a lot of things in common, you know. So that was the hardest part.
Got it. Lloyd, what kind of went wrong with Sophia? Why did things not necessarily work out? We see that you guys kind of broke up on episode 3.
Which Sophia, the taller one?
Yeah, the one who was compared to a mermaid.
Why did it not work out? To be honest, I felt like the girls who came in a little bit later were at a little bit of a disadvantage. And obviously, when I had a date with Sophia, it was with another 2 girls there, so there was 3 of them. So it was really hard to sort of get to know her like I did with the other girls previously. That was the only thing. I thought she was actually really funny, and I really liked like her vibe. It was just when, you know, things started narrowing down, and you know, I've got like 4 girls in the penthouse. I just sort of need to make a decision, and as lovely as she was, it was probably the one that made sense the most at the time. But yeah, just limited time really.
Yeah, I mean, we see that you're dating like 4 girls at once, then there's new girls coming in. Were you guys shocked that so many girls picked you guys specifically just by the picture, like downstairs?
Well, yeah, no one was happy with their photo. No one at all. You
Yeah.
know, I'd say like pleasantly surprised.
For sure. And what was it
Pleasantly
like?
surprised.
What was it like telling the girls at the end of the episode that you know, you are a soccer player and that you have this career? Was that fun? Was that relieving? Were you like, were they angry? Like, what were kind of those reactions, and what can you kind of tease about that for future episodes?
Some girls took it really nice and really calm. You know, some girls acted like they didn't care. You know, like they were forcing like, yeah. Some girls were actually really surprised and were actually in shock because they had no idea, no clue who we were. But it wasn't a nice feeling. It hurts, you know, because you actually get to bond, you actually get to connect, even though the girls are leaving or you're picking someone else. The bond remains, you know, and we're nice guys. You don't want to be rude, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you know, that's how things go. So yeah, in the end, it wasn't nice, but it was funny to watch how different each of them reacted to the news.
I love that. What about you, Lloyd? Like, what can you kind of tease about the rest of the season? Like we got some drama coming up, some new girls. Like, what is something that the fans have to look forward to?
How many girls have you seen enter?
We've probably seen about 15.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any more maybe to come in, but there's definitely some drama coming up over certain situations. Yeah, there's definitely some drama later on.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what have you guys learned about yourselves during this experience, or at least like watching, you know, parts of it back on TV? What kind of perspective do you have now that you didn't have before on dating, on your career, on everything?
Not to keep anything for yourself. And I think that's in the end is gonna make the relationship flow better, not hiding anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it reminds me to be more open and honest with how I'm like truly feeling, because even though I may be not feeling the best to be like vulnerable in a situation, I'm also hurting that other person by not giving them the full truth. So I definitely think I've took that from the show.
For sure. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on and answering some questions. I really appreciate it. Everybody go make sure to watch new episodes of Love Undercover on Peacock, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.